So as we go through our Aikido career, we hope to make progress, and we hope that Aikido will be practical. To do this we have to train various ways. When we start out in Aikido, Ikkyo from Shomen is something like this. Standing Kamai. Kamai. And very often this develops into some sort of a fight. The classic mistakes people make is that they let this arm collapse, and this also happens when they're taking the I-hand-me grip. They allow this to happen to them, they're too close. So whether it's the I-hand-me grip or the Shomen, the first thing you need to do is turn the body away from you so you're out of range. Now if it's Shomen, it's the same thing. I can't just push back like this. And this is what a lot of people try to do. They try to push the elbow through the head, when in fact, just go round the head a little. Another aspect is that this muscle on the arm here, the tricep, if you've caught it like this, you simply roll it. And go on straight away. So you do that to me a couple of times, ordinary Shomen attack. And now as we look at, say, a more practical street type attack, punch straight to the face. So I'm still using, I wouldn't say beginner's technique, but we can refine that even more. The whole idea of all these big movements and all this kata, moving our feet all over the place, strong posture, is to try to persuade us ultimately to use our centre. So now when he comes in, I use my centre. So I hardly adopt a kamai at all. And yet I generate a lot of power by using my centre. He can do that too. So what's happened is he's developed the timing and also using the centre. I mean, okay, we can finish that off properly and he can do a finish, because once he's got the basic thing, now the problem most of the time, with anything that isn't working, is that your feet are in the wrong place, or you haven't got the distance right. It's almost always about that. Your feet are in the wrong place. So from here, to put my feet in the right place, all I need to do is step back. So the object of the exercise is to learn to put your feet in the right place in the first place. Boom. So I came across there's a word, shuhari, and it's divided into 3 parts. You can look it up. The first part, you do the forms. You imitate, you follow the tradition. The second part, you start to move away from that and you experiment a bit. And if you look at O-sensei in his later days, it's just natural movement. He's not doing any of that sort of artificial stuff. He's turned it all into a more natural way of doing things. And this is just more natural. I'm standing naturally. And I don't claim to be anything like O-sensei, but the point is it's become more natural movement. It becomes something you can do when you're walking down the street, and it doesn't happen a lot, but I can't do this on the street, or not very often, sort of. He's too slow. He's hit me by the time I've done all this. He's not going to come, or if he does come, he's not going to come the way I want him to. So it's also about contact. A lot of people talk about this contact. I mean, here, there's really no contact. I've just let him potentially dominate me. Whereas you could argue that here, there is contact because there's been a meeting of minds. I've actually seen his intention and I've guided him to do something. I've guided him by provoking it. And so he can do that as well. He sees me coming towards him, angry man. Perhaps I anticipated slightly there, we'll try again. The point is we need to be able to use these techniques naturally. And so if you get stuck in all the kata and all the forms, you're getting stuck in what a lot of people with some justification criticise. They say, oh, that wouldn't work. Well, no, it probably wouldn't, because you're thinking about it. You've got to get to the point where you're not really thinking about it. And you do that by experimentation and by training in various different ways.